Well, depending on where you are in the country, this time of year might be a great time of year to do a little bit of camping. Probably not along coastal Delmarva because those mosquitoes are around. But if you are a slightly more rugged camper than I and the mosquitoes for some reason don't bother you, then maybe you are breaking out the tent gear. Or maybe you're more of a cabin camper. So when it comes to camping and our great
debate
today, tent or cabin camping. Charlie, I suspect I know where you fall on this.
Yeah.
No camping at all.
If I got to bring a tent, I'm not going.
Yeah.
That's where I am. That's how that's going down. I could be dragged there by the right people if need be, but like if it's up to me, no, we are not tent camping. That is not a thing that I'm interested in. I'm bougie.
I get that. I mean, I feel like most of the cabin camping I did was as a Girl Scout as opposed to tent camping, and it's fun, but there is something about camping in a tent that's just, I don't know, really, you do feel that extra connection with nature. I've done my fair share of tent camping. One was like a 2-week trip through Canada where like we canoed to each campsite and then we set up our tent and then you had to break it down the next morning, pack everything back up, get back in the canoe and keep like working your way back to base camp where you would get picked up to go home. And then I guess like the last time I camped was up in the Poconos, and that was with the tent too. So I love it. I think there's something nice about, you're woken up by the sun or the heat. If it's the summer, like Assateague, camping on the beach, that was probably our silliest camping.
The last time I slept outside in the wild, I was covering the Iditarod, and my photog Albert brought us a tent, and then we set it up, and it was for like 4-year-olds. Nothing could fit inside there, so we actually ended up just sleeping outside in the winter in Alaska. So we went to go set up, and the woman that was at the little checkpoint we had goes, "Just be careful, there's some wolves around." And we were like, "Ah, ha, ha." And she's like, "No, there's wolves around." And we're like, "Oh, all right." But yeah, no, I'm not a...
Yeah.
I am, for somebody that has lived in Alaska, has lived in Wisconsin, has lived in Maine, I live here, we got plenty of outdoorsy stuff here. I'm more of like a country club outdoorsy guy, like skiing, golfing on a patio in a cabin.
Yeah.
Like, give me that, but I'm not trying to be tented up.
I mean, I think, again, it's been a few years, I think, since the last time I went tent camping, so I could be at that point where my back is like, no.
Oh yeah, sleeping on the ground.
Yeah, like I might, but I would still probably bring like a pillow. Just because you're in a tent doesn't mean you have to have nothing.
My body bounce back is plummeting.
I think I might be turning that corner a little bit. So I'm still gonna be camp tent. But we always turn it over to you guys. Donald over on Facebook, he says camping must be done in a tent. After all, a cabin is just another name for a house. And then over on our
Yes,
Instagram,
Donald, it seems like you're understanding where I want to be.
Picking up what Charlie's putting
That's
down.
exactly what I'm looking for.
And Tori, she says cabin camping for sure over on our Instagram.
I'll go as far as to say a yurt. I did some yurt.
Okay. All right.
Some yurting. I don't know if that's the term. That was a lot of fun, but.
I mean, the nice thing about camping in this area is that the predators aren't going to get you. Nothing's
That is
gonna
very
get you.
nice,
You know,
yeah.
you're pretty safe.
Yeah, when I was in that yurt, they had a little picture thing to tell you like how to identify the black bear versus the brown bear. And no.
Don't need that here. So you're pretty safe. So if you are doing a little camping, let us know. Are you a tent camper? Are you a cabin camper? You can always chime in on our great debate. Join in on our socials, or you can go to coastlife.com/vote. But when we get back here on Coast Life, we are sending our field correspondent, Kendall Gordon, out and about to check out some extreme bike tricks, if you will. It's brave stuff. That's on the way.